When you look at the Maverick, everything seems right, at least on paper. It's a very affordable pickup with a hybrid powertrain that could achieve 42 miles per gallon. It offers a high level of overall functionality and flexibility. However, things turned out to be a little bit different in reality, where the small pickup has been facing some pretty big quality issues. Some would say that's normal for a brand new model which still needs to be polished. Others say that the Ford Maverick might have a big problem in the future if these quality issues continue. So let's start from the beginning. A few years ago, Jim Farley succeeded Jim Hackett as the Ford CEO and came with a pretty big ambition to revolutionize the automotive market again. The general idea was to make Ford an absolute leader in the electric pickup market. Just like Henry Ford motorized the world with the Model T, Farley came up with a strategy to electrify the segment of pickup trucks. The whole idea consisted of three main steps. The first one would be to offer an all-electric truck, which would prove that Ford can make a trustworthy electric pickup that would convince pickup truck drivers that the future of the segment is going to be all-electric. The model came in the form of the F-150 Lightning, and indeed, that model received highly positive reviews. Considering that pickup drivers are generally very conservative, the second step would actually be an introduction of mass-production hybrid pickups, where Ford would show the automotive world all the benefits of electrification. As you may presume, the Maverick was that second step, while the third step was to offer a mass-production electric pickup. We presume that would be the all-electric Maverick, considering that the Maverick Lightning trademark has already been filled. Trouble started right away. Problems with the new compact pickup started right away. Despite the amazing overall design, which brought impressive versatility in such a small package with excellent fuel economy, comfortable ride, and affordable price, the new Maverick didn't manage to escape from quality issues. In the same manner as the rest of the Ford lineup, the Maverick faced multiple recalls, and what's particularly intriguing is that most of the problems aren't related to the implementation of new technologies, which is something you would normally expect from a brand new car model. Instead, most of the recalls have to do with the company's permanent quality control problems. In other words, the initial versions of the Maverick weren't assembled well, and that wasn't an isolated case because the rest of the lineup faced the same problems. As a result, the Blue Oval Company ended up with millions of recalls only in 2022, and a decent portion of them belongs to the new Maverick. So let's take a quick look at the things that have been troubling new Maverick owners during the last year. Safety first. The last year brought 6 major recalls for the Maverick, and some of them were pretty serious, referring to the most important aspect, safety. Namely, one of the biggest problems that were detected by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration was the bad design of side curtain airbags and their improper deployment. Fortunately, this problem was solved already in summer, so the Blue Oval Company started installing new side skirts right away, ones that work properly. Around 65,000 Mavericks were affected by this recall, which refers to models produced before July 9th. Although no crashes were reported or fatalities, the company organized the replacement of incorrect side skirt airbags quickly and started installing the new ones free of charge. Rear seat buckles. Another safety recall occurred in early 2022 when the company announced an issue with seat belts which may fail to protect passengers. More precisely, the rear seat belt buckles weren't attached to the floor assembly properly, and that could have led to detachment and failure to protect the passenger in a crash. 2 models were recalled for this issue, the 2021 Mustang Mach-E and the 2022 Maverick. Luckily, only 2,622 vehicles in total. Random brake lighting issue. Despite that the Maverick came as a brand new model, some of the issues it faced are pretty hard to explain. It's normal to face problems when implementing new technologies, but no one expected brake lighting issues. The problem was reported to the company in August after 23 claims of unintended brake lighting. It turned out there was some problem with the brake system, which caused taillights to turn on randomly, even without touching the brake pedal. Of course, such misleading lighting would never meet federal vehicle safety standards, so the only solution was to recall nearly 11,110 pickups. A mitigating circumstance is that this was an easy-to-fix software issue, so owners were able to fix brake lighting problems at local dealers, free of charge of course. Trailer brake software issues. A Among safety-related recalls, we should also mention the problem with trailer brakes, which affected nearly 400,000 trucks and SUVs, including the Maverick. Besides the Maverick, the same problem affected the F-Series, as well as closely related SUVs like the Expedition and Navigator. Once again, there was a software issue which caused trailers with electric or electric over hydraulic brakes not to brake. Such a failure resulted in a much longer stopping distance, which translated to a much higher risk of a crash. Fortunately, the repair only required a software update by dealers, free of charge. Ford Maverick hybrid engine failure. Last year, the Blue Oval Company recalled more than 100,000 Mavericks, Escapes, and Corsairs with the hybrid powertrain. All models with the hybrid powertrains were recalled because of the company's concerns about an underhood fire, which could have been caused by oil or fuel vapor due to the potential engine failure. The vapor could possibly reach ignition sources or hot surfaces, so Ford found a solution by modifying the under-engine shield and active engine shutter. Fuel tank leaks. Let's also mention the fuel leak problems which occurred in early Maverick models produced in 2021. According to the officials, 53% of pickups that were made between May and October 2021 faced this issue, and what's important to know is that both the hybrid and Turbo 4 models have been an object of recalls. Fuel leaks are the thing you would normally expect from a rusted 20-year-old car, but this time, it happened to the brand new Maverick. What was discovered is that the fuel was leaking because of a small hole caused by an improper installation of spray in bed liners. It turned out that the company's supplier of bed liners, Ground Effects, was clearing bed drain holes with a drill during the installation, which resulted in minor punctures in the fuel tanks, which were the reason for the leaks. So the only solution was to replace the complete fuel tank at no cost to the owners. Sticker removal. The Ford Maverick faced many problems, and while some of them can be justified by the implementation of new technologies, customers also reported a good number of issues that have nothing to do with the new design solutions, but rather poor build quality and eventually bad quality control. Namely, several customers complained about decals simply peeling off their pickup after just a few washes. It turned out that these weren't isolated cases, and that most Mavericks ended up with their stickers peeled off. Other minor issues. These were some of the major issues that Maverick buyers faced in the last 2 years, but the list of problems doesn't end there. The Maverick faced many other quality problems that may seem minor, but certainly impact customer satisfaction. For example, earlier models came with trifold bed covers that simply weren't designed properly. They were short both on the front and back sides, which caused a massive leak into the bed. Furthermore, many customers reported misaligned tires, missing antenna, a bad assembled tailgate, noise from loose parts, etc. All these complaints only confirmed that something was really wrong with Ford's quality control, so no one even wonders anymore how the Blue Oval Company ended up with millions of recalls in the last year alone. Even Ford CEO Jim Farley admitted that there is a big problem with quality and that nothing else matters until this problem is solved. Eventually, Farley came up with big structural changes, which included several new names and managing positions, so we're now just waiting to see how this will all end. Conclusion. With several recalls and issues reports, the 2022 Maverick just confirmed what was established long ago, that it's never a good idea to buy a vehicle in its first or second year of production. So what we may expect in the next year is a significantly lower number of recalls and reported issues, but the next year shouldn't be only about solving reliability issues. The next year could bring a plug-in hybrid, which would be one more step before full electrification. A test mule of what's believed to be the Maverick PHEV has already been spotted, with the attached junction box that reads PHEV and 2.1 liters, suggesting that the new version would feature a new hybrid system based on a 2.1 liter gasoline engine. There are a few more details written in the junction box, and we think that it could be the curb weight of the new season, which will certainly be heavier due to the large battery pack. What do you think about next year's Maverick? Will the Blue Oval Company improve the quality control as Farley requested? Is there a chance to see the so much anticipated all-electric Maverick anytime soon? Let us know in the comment section.